what I start off with is circles, and this is pretty much the one that you'll find on every or most of the art warm-up videos out there, I think. You can do big circles. You want to do circles of all sizes, and I like drawing them inside my circles. Some people are like, "Ooh, just draw one circle and then draw around the circles," and like that'll get you the same thing. The purpose of the circles is to draw from your shoulder and to make that organic shape. And all of your art warm-up exercises are going to pretty much help with your hand-eye coordination, especially on your digital on a digital device like I'm working on now. It doesn't match up quite the same as like it would paper. Alright, so there's some circles. Then I like to do spirals next. You can do circles or spirals. They kind of achieve the same effect. So I do some spirals. And then after I have some circles and spirals down on the page, I do, there's like a center pull thing. It's to help with not rotating your canvas. It's trying to get your hand used to all sorts of angles that may not feel organic to you, may not feel natural. It will slow you down to rotate your canvas. It will also probably be frustrating. So you can do this on the same circle, you can do it over and over again. This also, you want to be drawing from your elbow with this. Your wrist is a very delicate thing. You want to make sure to take care of your wrist. Draw from your shoulder and elbow whenever possible. And if that means zooming in to get to like a super fine detail, do it. So you can draw from your shoulder instead of drawing a teeny thing with your wrist. Like that. So there's my first steps. Then I move on to some parallel lines. And I like to do long, medium, and short lines. And this is, again, to help with drawing from the elbow, developing that hand-eye coordination thing. You're trying to draw on top of the line again. This will help with hatching in the future. In hatching, you want your lines to be like parallel. You can also do this as a warm-up if you like. You don't have to draw right over it. I've incorporated this into my exercises lately as these circles that you try and connect the top of the circle with the same weight that you started it. Oop, and that was not good. They also had a couple more exercises. Let me clear my canvas. They had this parallel line thing where you go from thick to thin. And again, they're like cover your whole page with it, but incorporate it into your daily warm-up, which should be like 5 to 15 minutes, I think. I would say. The longer you do warm-ups, the better your art is going to come out, and 2 minutes is going to be better than 0 minutes. A variation of this they talk about is the S curve. I'm not very good at this. They say it will help you make your turns. I think it's also just very fun to look at. The last step to my warm-up routine, I do basic shapes. The basic shapes, everything in life is made up of these shapes, as you know. I like to do a cone and like a circle, or it could be like a super flat circle if you wanted. I'm going to undo that because it was not curved. And of course, this isn't meant to be perfect. You're meant to do. I like to do it quick. I am not a patient person, so I like to lay things down really quick. I want my brain to make these connections as fast as possible, and maybe that's not great. You might have more patience than me, but I used to not do warm-ups at all, so I'm considering this a win. Then like a square, and this will also help with your lighting when if you work with lighting in your drawings. You're practicing values here as well as your shapes. There's super dark, and this is where the hatching comes in. And I think you can choose any amount. You can tell that I like drawing light from the same source, apparently. Whoops, that was not a square. I'm good at this. I art good. Alright, just super quick. This is the darkest portion. And that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps in your art endeavors. And leave a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe.